This is a short video entitled "The Factions of Different Belief About Relativity." So I've dealt with the issues in this video in several of my previous videos, but it's worth collecting those things together again and pointing out that those who believe in relativity don't all believe the same thing. So relativity, usually used now to mean Einstein's theories of relativity, which are both the special relativity and the general relativity, and you can just call all of that relativity theory. Those who believe in relativity theory split into many factions as to what they believe relativity theory is. In my view, it's not a properly defined theory and can't really test a theory when it's not properly defined. Hence, as pointed out in my other videos, there is goalpost moving, ad hoc add-ons and amendments made for relativity. So, as this person, Hammock, physicist, his nickname, points out, relativity is a misnomer, and he says, amongst all scientific terms, the single word relativity stands out as absolute record holder for triggering an astonishing amount of utter nonsense. It was not Einstein but Max Planck who introduced the term relativity theory. That was in 1906, the year following Einstein's Animus Miraculous, which when Einstein wrote his paper on special relativity. Despite Einstein's opposition, the name stuck. Years later, Einstein surrendered, and from 1911 onwards, he started to use the term relativity theory himself, but he never felt comfortable with the term. So, relativity theory is not a relativity theory, it is a misnomer. That causes a great deal of confusion when discussing relativity, because there are some people who believe it is a relativity theory. We thus have two factions. First faction, those who believe relativity theory is a relativity theory, and the second faction is those who believe relativity theory is not a relativity theory. And that creates a great deal of the nonsense in discussions about relativity, as Hammock, physicist, notes. Presumably, relativity theory is a theory where some things are relative but not all things, causing the problem that some people mistakenly think relativity means all things are relative. So this person's spoot points out one problem to overcome with the strong prejudice of good scientists who learned the lesson of the Michelson and Morley experiment and special relativity, that there was no preferred frames of reference. There was an education job to convince them that this did not violate special relativity, but did find a frame in which the expansion of the universe looked particularly simple. So there are now two factions in this. There are those who believe there's no preferred frame in relativity, and those who believe there is a preferred frame in relativity. And there are numerous other different factions that exist in the literature. Talk about relativity theory with people, and there's no agreement what that means. Einstein has presented us with a theory that can start to mean anything. Some people believe it is one thing and other people believe it is something else. Hence why it's not a properly defined theory. If it can't start from everyone agreeing as to what it is, then it fails to be a scientific theory. And so I finished this short video. Thank you.